Hey internet people, Tommy here. The Batman live-action remake has been getting a lot of views and the response has been very positive, so that's cool, and thanks to everyone for your comments. In this video I'm gonna be talking about the one crucial element of any Batman film, the costume. Now, I admit it's nothing fancy, but considering our no-budget approach, I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. The costume is actually this thing that you can buy from many costume stores, and it's hilarious. I mean, look at their face! Brilliant. But of course it's not quite what we were after, so we got rid of the hood and the small cape that came with it, and replaced them with a rubber mask and a larger cape that was custom made for the film. For the utility belt, we stapled some metal cigarette cases onto an old belt and spray painted it yellow. It's not really accurate, but it was made prior to when I came up with the live-action intro, and I didn't want to make a different one. So, it's a utility belt, close enough. The mask itself was a big project, cause the mask in the film is not the one I originally wanted to use. The mask I was going to use was the Batman Returns mask, which is from the same era as the show. I wore it myself in the initial tests and it looked great on my head. However, as it turns out, Harry has a larger head than me, so the results were less than flattering. Just let that sink in for a minute. Yeah, that was not gonna work. So, the next step was I tried to make the mask myself, because hey, how hard can that be, right? Couple of YouTube searches and 50 euros worth of clay and modeling stuff later, I just went for it. I even made a cast out of Harry's head to make it super snug. It was a long process, at the end of which it turned out I wasn't exactly Stan Winston. It fit perfectly, it just looked like a wrinkly sack of shit. So, after all, I ended up using the first mask I had bought. It's actually the Batman Begins mask that you can buy pretty much anywhere. It's floppy and huge, and I didn't like it at all. I modified the mouth hole bigger to make it more like in the show, and we had Harry wear a snow cap underneath to make it tighter.
Come on, you motherfucker, I'm fucking Batman!
And that made him look like a homeless person. In post, I had to smooth out some of the wrinkles to make it look okay, and it was fine in the end. And last but not least, there are the boots, which are actually safety shoes with some black shin protectors. So that's the story of how the Batman costume came together. And if I ever try to make another Batman mask, my goal is to not make it look like a burn victim. But thanks for watching, and I'll just leave you with this. My God, it's gorgeous.